Hey guys, how you going? It's Lucas D here. So I've been working on my new build in the Tempest League. I'm level 77, and I wanted to build a new Cyclone build as I'm really enjoying Cyclone in the Path of Exile Awakening expansion. Now this time I haven't gone with a cast on crit build. I've gone with a resolute technique build which uses physical damage on here. So I've got resolute techniques, and basically what that means is my chance to hit will be at 100%. Now just showing you a few things over here. The gear I've using so far, I now have a 5 link. I was using a 4 link before, but I managed to pick this. This is a very cheap build. I managed to pick this one up because in the Tempest League you can get some really cheap 5 link or 6 link gear that is corrupted. I got this one for 3 chaos, so I was very happy with that. It doesn't have life on it, but at the moment it's got chaos resistance. I'm happy with that. It's got some armor and energy shield. Not too fast. I'll just stick with this at the moment, just for the time being. And the sockets I had to. This was a cheap one, so I had to work with what sockets I had. So I ended up using Cyclone, Fortify, Life Gain on hit, concentrated effect. Now, because it's not another red one, I would be using Blood Magic, but instead got a green socket there, so I'll be using Mana Leech. Still very good. Still happy with it. Allows me to cast Warlord's Mark as well, so I self-cast that, and everything else is, all my other abilities are triggered on this build. I also use Wild Strike on this build, which is on my boots here. I have that linked up to faster attacks, multi-strike, and blood magic. Now Wild Strike is the secondary ability. The first ability would be cycloning, but if mobs do get away, sometimes you need Wild Strike, or you just want to change your mode a bit because it gets a bit boring, cycloning all the time. Wild Strike is awesome. It's just it catches the other mobs that are far away with the lightning ability, which is really good, and it's really fun to play because it converts the physical damage to fire, cold, light, or lightning. It just depends on the chances there. Now, my other gems I've got is Riposte with Molten Shell and Tempest Shield. Now they trigger when my Riposte actually kills a mob. Now this is a high block build, so what you want in a high block build is the trigger gems that work when you block. You will counter attack. Now I'll show you when we go out into a level 67 zone just how good it is when you can counter attack with block. My block currently is at 53%. Chance to block projectile attacks is 75%, 38% for projectile spells, and 27% for spells, which is because of the stone of Lazara, which I use as my amulet. Now I'm still using this level 30 shield. I've had this shield for a while now. I'm happy with it. It does need more armor, but it gives me projectiles are really pretty much are really good. I don't get hit by projectiles that much, and by the time I do get maybe a hit one here or there, my life's gone back up already from Life Leech and all the other life ways I can get life back up, which is great because of this shield. I do want a bit more armor. At the moment I'm currently sitting on chance to, so evade attacks only 8%. Physical damage reduction with projectiles is 42% and 30% for normal attacks. So you can see it there. That does get buffed up with my endurance charges, but I do use cast on damage taken, immortal core, summon flame golem, and blood rage there. Blood rage is used so I get those frenzy charges, and frenzy charges just keep coming with this build, which is great, which increases my damage. My cyclone damage at the moment, the base damage is 5,241. when I have my buffs, when things are happening, that gets up to about 13-14k, which is it's heaps of damage. It will take down bosses quick. It's a great single target DPS. I'll show you at the end of the video how I went with my Merciless fights against Daresso and King Kaom. I'm going to stay away from Piety for the time being, as I don't the lightning ability, like this is Tempest League, and I don't want to take that risk at the moment with Piety, so I'm going to stay away from her for the time being. Now I'll just go into a zone for you, and we can just demonstrate the build for you. So we're in Merciless, Tempest League, and this is a 67 zone we're going into. Now I've casted my auras up, and we've got Hatred. Now if I just stand here like this, it should do the work for me. Okay, but anyways, I'll show you. Okay, there's a boss there, but okay, so you got the Wild Strike. The Wild Strike takes him down pretty quick now. If I just stand here, most of the time it does do pretty good damage. As you can see there, the lightning, how it attacks everything. We do have a crushing tempest in this one, so it's not very good. But anyway, we'll just keep going, and I'll see if I can get to Vol for you guys. We'll just show you the DPS how it is. See how those mobs get away sometimes? Sometimes a couple of mobs get away from you and you just want to take them out. Oh, sorry, I've got to cast Warlord's Mark actually. Warlord's Mark is good to cast, as that gives Life Leech also, and Mana Leech, and also gives you an Endurance charge. As you can see, all my Endurance charges and Frenzy charges are up at the moment. Okay. Now let's see if we can find a actual... So, see his health, how quick it goes down? Doesn't take long at all to take down the rare mobs. I'll try and get to Vol. Alright, we'll try and get to Vol and then see how we go. Okay. Okay, I think Vol will be up here. Alright, let's just go straight to Vol. Oh, there's a lot of mobs here. I think we've got a unique boss here. Nope, maybe I got that wrong. Yeah, there he is. He's over there. So he goes down pretty quick, which is not too bad at all. The single target DPS on this build is very good. I'll just leave a more call for now. I think I'm just leveling that. Okay, so Vol's in here. We'll just do a quick Vol and we'll see how quick we can take him down. Okay, so he's almost down now. There we go. Go on. So that's Vol. If you're farming him, it's pretty good. It doesn't take too long to farm. And let's see how we are when we get our DPS all the way up. So that's at 15,000, the Wild Strike. Cyclone's currently at 10,000 at the moment. But with everything up, it should be pretty good DPS. Anyways, we'll just go back to town now. And just finish off the video now. I'll just at the end of the video I'll just show you the fights, how I went with Daresso and King Kaom. Now the Life Leech on this build's pretty damn good. I only have 3,864 life. As you can see, my gear isn't that great. I've only spent, I think at most, this was the most expensive I spent. I think I spent about 6 to 8 chaos on that. And you do want a high physical damage weapon. You can use an axe or a mace. They work well with this build. And you need, the higher the physical damage is, the better. Attack speed doesn't really matter. Mainly physical damage, if you can get that quite high. Now I'll show you my skill tree really quickly. When I used the skill tree, I had the block nodes. I started off in the Scion area and I worked my way down here. I picked up the block and physical damage we get here, and then we got some more block over here and defense nodes, and then we come around here, which is great for Cyclone, and we get some more block nodes and physical damage nodes here, and we work our way down here to get some more block nodes and physical damage nodes here, and then we grab the life circle, which is over here, and then over here. Now you do get a few gem sockets as well, which is great. Sorry, not gem, jewel sockets. Now as you can see, jewel sockets are great. You can just you can put in 16 physical damage. These are like, you know, not very expensive jewels. This one's a good jewel. You got 14% increased physical damage, 8% increased attack speed with access, 10% increased area damage. So you got like all those 3 abilities stacked onto one jewel, which is normally about 3 to 4 nodes just to get those abilities. Now we come around here, we also go to the template tree, get a bit more AoE and a bit more life up here, and then we go down to the Marauder area and we get a bit more attack damage here, and we also get the block here. I'm going to get another block node here, and life and life regeneration also, and then we come down here finally. Well, you can get Resolute Technique or early if you want, it's up to you. Hits can't be evaded, which is great, and now I'm working on the axe area where I get my 10% to gain onslaught for 3 seconds on kill. Heaps of physical damage, and we've got more physical damage to come, which is over here, so there's heaps more physical damage to come onto this build. Also we've got endurance charges we can get there, and endurance charges we can get there also with this build, and we've got more block nodes over here that we get later, and more life nodes that we get here later as well, which will finalize the build. Anyways, I'm Lucas D. This is my Cyclone physical damage build. It's a little bit different to the cast on crit build. It is a more tankier, hence the Tempest League. Playing a Tempest League, if you want a tanky build, this is a great build to play. And I'll just finish off the video now with just the boss fights, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, I'll try and bring out a few more videos for you guys with more builds and more boss fights, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the videos as much as I enjoy playing Path of Exile. Okay, well I'll see you later. And I'll leave you with the Merciless boss fights I did with this Cyclone physical build. Hope you enjoy.